I think around this time last year, I just said that the season was being really frustrating. This one is kind of frustrating, but mostly just really weird. Hello everyone and welcome back to more Norwich City, bouncing back, and we are in third place. I don't know. We're getting progressively lower down the table. We were joint top last time. We went down to second. Now we're in third, but we've stayed here for a couple of weeks now, and I'm not really sure how. But broadly speaking, it is going really quite well. We're doing well. 28 points. We are level on points with Man City in fourth and Everton in fifth. It's very close though for all the sort of European places, but we're certainly in the conversation. Not for the title anymore though. That's gone. While we've fallen away, Man United are just kind of running away with it. Even Liverpool can't keep pace with them. But since last time, then those fantastic 1-0 wins against Real Sociedad and Southampton. There's green in there, but actually we've only won one league game since last time. It should have been at least two. It's been weird. We followed up the 1-0 win against Southampton, one of our main rivals in the save so far, by losing 3-2 at home to Brentford, a team who you may recall when we got promoted we finished 20 points ahead of in the Championship. Inexplicable, absolutely inexplicable, especially as it was at home. We were 3-0 down by 51 minutes. We recovered a bit, 2 goals from Adam getting us back in. He missed an absolutely glorious chance in the final second of injury time that would have levelled things up. I can't explain this game at all. It was very odd. It says he missed a penalty. He did, but then he put the rebound in. That was the second goal. So we didn't have a penalty missed to sort things out. It was just very frustrating. I say it was inexplicable. I mean, it was relatively explicable, and you can see that Nick Pope there with a 6.3 rating, other low ratings as well, particularly Harry Winks. But yeah, Pope kind of he did his thing where he just lines up the goal kick, even though he's supposed to be doing shorter passing, even though he's supposed to be distributing to the centre backs and the full backs, decided to just put a really massively telegraphed long ball forwards to the opposition, allowed them to score. Didn't really make much of an effort to save it either, so that was annoying. But since then, Europa League has gone very, very well. We beat Bromby 2-0, Louis Sibley with his first goal for the club, and then 0-0 draw at home with Crystal Palace. Could have been more attacking. I was kind of stung by what happened against Brentford, so I didn't want to risk it, and 2 points dropped there. We made it through the League Cup fourth round with a win against Derby on penalties. It was a little bit of a patchy performance. Certainly the second half, we allowed them to equalise, but we got the job done in the shootout. We are through, and we have got Everton in the next round of that one. We then beat Newcastle. This is our only league win since last time. A fantastic 3-0 win against Newcastle. Adam Ademola Lookman and James Maddison with his first goal for the club. We got to watch it. It was an absolute screamer. Fantastic move, brilliant run from Emi Buendia, and then the power on the shot from Maddison, simply fantastic. We then beat Bromby 5-1, fantastic performance. Sibley on the score sheet again, a hat-trick from Marcus Edwards in that one, and then, the frustration kicked in. 3 1-1 draws in a row in the Premier League, which in some ways were quite good. You can see we have drawn 1-1 with Chelsea first of all, and then with Wolves, which actually, in a lot of ways, isn't too bad, because we have previously lost every single match we've played with Chelsea in the save, and we've previously lost every single match we played with Wolves in the save. So to take a point off both of them is a massive improvement on what's gone before, but it's just the manner of it that is so frustrating. Chelsea, you can see, we took the lead in the 83rd minute, they equalised in the 95th minute, the final second, literally, of the game. Very, very, very unfair. I mean, basically Adam Armstrong lost the ball. They just put one ball in, and then Nick Pope, who had made a brilliant save early on, decided to just not make any attempt at all there. Very, very, very unfortunate. Similar story with the Wolves game. We did completely dominate the first half. The amount of chances, particularly Emi Buendia had, he got a 7.3. I don't know why. He missed so many chances. It's ridiculous. And yet we didn't find the breakthrough. And in the end, Wolves got the lead, and we only managed to get a goal back through Todd Cantwell for a point, which is better than nothing. 3-0 win then against Lask in the Europa League group. We are safely qualified for the next round, although we haven't won it. We'll look at the table in a second. And then most recently, another 1-1 draw. And again, another one where we've gone behind and then come back to equalise, which I suppose is better than losing. Adamida with another goal from the penalty spot to give us a 1-1 draw with Leicester City. He is doing very well indeed. 12 in 14, which is fantastic. On for his best season yet. He's getting better every single year. But yeah, I mean, we can't really complain. We are in third. That's fantastic. It's just kind of been... It feels like it should have been better. I mean, if we'd won the Chelsea game, which we really should have done, because there shouldn't have been that much injury time, I think I object to that, then it would feel a little bit better. Just a little bit weird and a little bit frustrating. But today we will be playing Tottenham Hotspur in the Premier League. They are quite close behind us. It's very congested here in the European places. Need to see if we can get a win in this one. And then we're going to be playing Real Sociedad again in the Europa League group stage, because it's kind of the group decider. It's literally the group decider. We're both safely through to the next round, but we want to be beating them, or at least drawing with them, to ensure we get top spot. Because if we get top spot, we completely miss the first knockout round. We go straight to the second knockout round, which is great because makes it a lot easier. And the board have decided to give us a new contract. They've locked us down until 2027, 3.5 more years of this, at least, hopefully, unless we get sacked if it all goes wrong. 82 grand a week. Thank you very much. When's the check coming? So here's the team for the game against Tottenham, and for the first time in what feels like forever, we actually have a full strength side, or at least what I think is the best side. I mean, they've not won many games recently, so maybe we should be switching things around. But Nick Pope is going to be in goal. He does make some fantastic saves. He's overall brilliant. He's made a few questionable efforts in recent matches, but overall he's fantastic. Lewis, Mepam, Tarkovsky, and Aarons is the defence. Harry Winks is finally back. This is the first game he's going to play since the Europa League game against Sevilla. That was a long time ago, at least in an episode anyway. Chadri and Madison with him as well. Lookman on the left-hand side, Buendia on the right, and Ida up top. Now, I say recent form has been patchy for certain players. Winks is kind of a byproduct of his injury, so I'm not too worried about that. But Lookman, maybe we drop him for Todd Cantwell, who's actually played quite well. It's a decision to be made. We're going to stick with this for today, though. So Spurs, I mean, not many major household names in terms of the players they've brought in, but they've still got Dele Alli, they've still got Son, they've still got Harry Kane, Harvey White's now in the first team as well, and the players they have brought in are more than decent. We've got a pretty good record against them, certainly compared to teams like Wolves and Chelsea and Southampton. We have a very good record against Spurs in the save, to be honest, but well, away from home, we're on 3 draws in a row in the league. What can we do today? Madison, early corner from him. His set pieces are going to be crucial. That's headed straight back to him. He has another go at it, swings it in, looking for Adam, and he heads over. One thing we've really done in the last couple of matches, where it's just kind of, it's one or the other. We either start slowly, come on strong in the second half, or we start really well and then, kind of start to throw it away. We haven't really had a consistent 90 minutes in the league since really we played Newcastle, and even then we were pretty rubbish in the first half hour of the game. Spurs coming forward, Dele Alli on the ball, whips it in, and Harvey White scored. So it's going to be one of those days again. Like the first few matches, we were just completely and utterly dominant, even against Arsenal, even against Man City. We were never under any sort of pressure at all. But now, I mean, the opposition, maybe they're adapted to us. They're coming at us more, and we need to kind of be a bit more awake. I mean, 35 minutes in, we've done nothing. We've not had a single shot on target. 3 shots is it. I mean, I think what I have been doing to kind of get a bit more of a response is to change the system up. I don't like this one because A, it's kind of a bit sort of obvious, and B, it's just I prefer the defensive solidity of the 4-3-3, but if we don't seem to want to be doing anything. Corner comes in, nearly 2-0. So yeah, absolutely rubbish first half as far as I'm concerned. I don't want to throw the water bottle just yet, but I am going to thrash the arms. I'm far from pleased with what I've just seen. It wasn't good enough at all. We've done absolutely nothing from an attacking perspective. Can we see something better in the second half? Buendia gets it from the throw, gives it back to Aarons. Can we get a ball in? Ida, his shot is blocked. Madison, it's a fantastic save. Well, it hit the defender actually, I think, after a dive from the goalkeeper. We still can't get it in the goal. It's not quite been cleared by Spurs. There might be an opportunity on here still. Winks against his former club, finds Buendia out on the right hand side. I think this is probably going to be the end of the highlight. No, he manages to pull it back to Aarons, and that is certainly a bit more endeavour from us, but we still haven't had a shot on target. We're going attacking. This is not good enough at all. But I mean, Spurs haven't done anything other than their goal really, but we are not responding whatsoever. Just another sort of limp performance. It's just kind of the fact that we dropped down to 5th in the table at the moment as it stands, but the The fact we've managed to stay in third for so long is quite surprising, really. We don't really deserve it. Troy Parrott has obviously scored after I slagged him off in the last episode. That's his 11th of the season. Off the bench, it's a pretty simple goal, really, and this is a chance for Adam to be impressing, and he's being shown up. I mean, it's a good finish, but the defence did nothing. This is probably the worst performance of the season so far overall. Even against Brentford, we showed a little bit more than this. Even against Everton, we've had one shot on target. It's been awful. Adam's looking devastated that he's been shown up by his international teammate. He's coming off. So is Lookman, who probably should not be starting games anymore. Really, no one's playing particularly well. Madison with the corner. Can we get some kind of pride? I mean, I don't know what that was. That's just we've not really done anything that you could describe with the word like good at all today. We had that one vague highlight where they managed to block everything. Winks across. Buendia has scored. That was a pretty good goal. There's 9 minutes left. Finally, something actually positive. Winks with a fantastic ball against his old club, and Buendia with a good finish, smart finish, stays on side, goes to get the ball, which we need because we need to now get at least one more. Don't think it's going to happen though. I mean, it's like what we did against Brentford. We've got one goal back, but can't be bothered to then go and get another one. Not good at all. Yeah, that's it. That was awful. That was absolutely terrible. Unlucky. It would have been nice to win. No, that was dreadful. I'm not going to throw the water bottle. I'm not going to make you come into training, but I am far from pleased with that. Not even the result. The performance was dreadful. So yeah, not great at all. Down to 5th. I mean, we're still well in it, and yeah, at the end of the day, it's Tottenham, so it's not the worst team to lose to ever. But don't know what the social media's on about, by the way. One of the best games I've ever been to. Great entertainment, says Freya. No, it was terrible. Frankie says no idea how Tottenham won that. Well, they scored 2 goals, and we created virtually no chances in the entire game. So yeah, not particularly great. And the problem is it doesn't really get much easier because we've got Man United coming up, Liverpool as well. Then a bit of a kinder run of games into January. But yeah, no, not been the best period after what's been a very good start. But still early days, and this is only our 3rd season in the Premier League, so we have to keep some perspective. Youth intake preview as well. Good to see. Don't expect much from this youth intake. Brilliant. So all that money we've invested in the facilities, recruitment, junior coaching. Don't expect much from it. Brilliant. I'm really looking forward to it. Apparently there's one young centre-back who looks promising. Okay, yeah, but don't expect much from it. Maybe Steve, maybe you're the problem. Okay, Sociedad need a win to make sure we go straight through the second round. We didn't have a pre-match press conference or a post-match one after the Spurs game. Have the press just lost interest in us? I'm not complaining. They're always so repetitive and tedious. But for this one, I want to make sure we win. So, well, I was going to say, so we use a full-strength side, but maybe we shouldn't, given what happened against Spurs. I mean, Harry Winks has a bit of an injury. Given his terrible record, we're not going to risk him. We'll bring in Ronaldo Vieira for that one. And, well, Lookman's been so bad, I think we'll give Todd Cantwell the start. And then the only other question mark is really probably Chris Mepham, whose recent form is pretty poor. I have had a chat with him about that one. I'm not sure what really is causing it. It might be the fact he's playing on the left-hand side, but while he is right-footed, his left foot's not bad, so he should still be completely fine to do that one. We shall see, but otherwise, no changes, I don't think. Actually, no, I say no changes. I'm going to bring Calvin Phillips in for Hamza Chowdhury just because he's been getting a little bit tired lately, but otherwise, that is going to be that. So we already played them once, beat them last time. Let's do it again. I'd just like to get a win. That would be nice. A draw would be fine, as I said, and we might still actually make it through as group winners even with a defeat, but let's just make it easy. Let's take the lead and then be fine. That would be good. Don't let them score first, and don't concede in the final second of injury time to give them a point or win that they don't deserve. And we're on the front foot right from kickoff. Buendia on the right hand side plays it back to Max Aarons. Can he find a cross in? Can we have a shot on goal that we actually see? That would be good. Phillips involved. Buendia is blocked. That's apparently worth seeing. Thrilling stuff. I mean, that's the only thing that's been worth seeing in the first half, apparently. Not another highlight. The opening kickoff highlight is all we have seen. But I'm pleased with the performance because they're a decent side and a draw is fine. But as fine as it is, it would be nice to win. That would just be good. We've not been playing amazingly of late. We do us our confidence the world of good. Still doing nothing. I mean, we could switch the system, we could go attacking, but I think given the situation we're in, it's not necessary for us to win, as nice as it would be. And the time is just draining away. Nothing is happening at all. Is this the most boring game ever? Okay, well, brilliant. What is the point of this? We've had one highlight right at the start, and now we're going to have another highlight right at the end of the 90 minutes. Phillips plays it out to Todd Cantwell, bit of room. I mean, what the poor people that have paid to watch this, we've managed to score right at the very end of the 90 minutes. Adam Ola-Lookman off the bench on the right-hand side rather than the left, where he's been so unproductive. It's a great ball from Calvin Phillips, switch to play, and then Cantwell cuts inside, looks up. Lookman manages to stay onside, just about, and we've nicked a winner in what has, I can only imagine, been one of the worst games of football of all time. And that is it. I mean, short and sweet, I suppose. How can nothing have happened of any note from kick-off till the final whistle, pretty much? But we've managed to win, which is good for the morale. We've won 1-0, and that means we have won the group. There we are, 18 points, 18 out of 18. That's not bad. We progressed, therefore, straight to the second knockout round, which could be quite good. Obviously means we have one fewer game to play, or actually two fewer games. We're probably back to 2 legs this time. And also it just means we avoid the teams from the Champions League, that's pretty welcome. See the teams dropping down from the Champions League. Galatasaray, Napoli, Ajax in there, Celtic, again, Feyenoord, AZ Alkmaar, of course, enemies from last season, Hertha Berlin, always the enemies of the people, and Porto. So actually, not anyone major. There were some big sides looking like they were going to fall in, but nevertheless, some decent teams. So the fact we get to skip a whole round is quite good. In fact, just want to see who else has made it through. Anyone sort of big going? I mean, Spurs have made it through. Great, brilliant. Leipzig are in here. Inter as well. AC Milan as well. They've made it through, although they're going to be playing in the first round. Rangers. So, okay, I would say Spurs and the Milan clubs are the biggest challenges to us. So not a pair of vintage performances from us really, but I mean we managed to get the job done in the Sociedad game in the Europa League group, and overall in the league it's going pretty well. We're still in 5th, so that's not too bad really, all things considered. But we will be back next time. Hopefully we'll have actually won a game in the Premier League again. That's not been particularly good of late, but yeah, we will be back. We'll have to play Man United, we'll have to play Liverpool. We've got the League Cup quarter-final as well, but our return will come probably, I think actually maybe right at the end of the January transfer window. Everton need a bit of revenge against them for the early season defeat, maybe Arsenal as well. Not always a big fan of January business, but we have got, the board have actually increased the transfer budget to 52 million. We do seem to be losing money compared to previous years. We've got less in there. I suppose we spent quite a lot more in this summer, so that's probably why. But yeah, some money to spend, and if there's players available to improve the attacking areas, maybe on the left-hand side. Maybe we need another striker to compete with Adam, I don't know. Then that might be something we look to do, but that will be next time. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you leave a like if you enjoyed it. Make sure you subscribe as well so you don't miss what happens next time. Hopefully, as I say, we'll have actually won a Premier League match. That would be nice. And yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.